says the love of money is the root of all evil. So whatever evil you do, the root of it is mostly money. Okay, so maybe you steal something. Well, that's because in the end you want more money. Okay, so now money is also can be used as a tool though. It's something that's good. Now, just like anything, you need to use it correctly. Just because, chocolate. Chocolate is a good thing, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, but if you eat too much of it, then it's not good. Not good for you, and you'll get sick even. But a little bit of chocolate is good. So money is good, or it could be bad. But we're going to talk about being good. Okay. So let's review a little bit about the different types of money. Okay. So let's start little. We'll work our way up.
$1.
Okay. I'm not calling out. We're going to start with our penny. Okay, now, whose picture is on the front of a penny? Say it. Abraham Lincoln. So, and at the top we have "In God We Trust." We have the year that it was minted, and we have the word liberty. And on the back is Lincoln's what?
Lincoln's White House.
Lincoln's Memorial. The Lincoln Memorial. And if you even look very closely on your penny, you'll see the little statue of Lincoln. Okay, so it's pretty cool how they did that. So how much is a penny worth?
1 cent.
1 cent. So we learned this yesterday. If we have a dollar, but we only use a penny of it, how much of the dollar did we use?
1 of 99.
Because how many pennies does it take to make $1?
100.
Right. So it takes 100 pennies to make one of these.
Whoa.
So if I'm only using one of the pennies from the dollar, what decimal am I using?
1
Not 1/10, because how many are in here? 100. 1/100th of the dollar. So a penny equals 1/100th of a dollar. Now, let's go on and do the next. The next one is, it's actually in size, it's bigger than the dime, but its value is less. So this is the nickel, and on the nickel is whose face?
George Washington.
No.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, Thomas Jefferson. And on the back it has it has his home in Virginia, which is, does anyone know the name of his home in Virginia? Monticello. Say that. Monticello. Okay, so that has that on there. It actually has the word Monticello written on it underneath. So a nickel is worth 5 cents, which is how much of a dollar? It's the same as 5 pennies, right? So a nickel is worth 5 pennies. So what would be the decimal for a nickel? 5/100ths. Because it would take, a nickel is, there's actually 20 nickels in a dollar. Okay, so it's actually 5/10ths of a dollar. That's how you write nickel. Now, let's go to the next one. Find it in here. Okay, now here, actually, they changed the look of the nickel. I think this is the new nickel. It's still Jefferson, but on the back it has a picture. I don't know if this is on all nickels, but it's Lewis and Clark. So I didn't realize that. Okay, a dime. Okay, so we've got a penny is worth, or we could say 1 cent, 5 cents. Okay, what about a dime?
10 cents.
10 cents, whose picture?
I don't know who that
Roosevelt.
Huh? Theodore Roosevelt.
Don't say huh.
It doesn't look like him.
Okay, well it is. You don't need to make all the sound effects. So, a dime, even though it's smaller in size than a nickel, it's worth more. So, it's 10 hundredths of a dollar. All right, or we could say 1/10 of a dollar. Because how many dimes does it make? You need to make a dollar? How many of these do you need to make one of these? 10. So if you go to the dollar store and you have your bucket of change and they say, okay, that'll be a dollar. Actually, it's $1.06 with tax. You need to count out 10 dimes. So how many pennies would you need to count out to make a dollar at the dollar store? 100. How many nickels would you need to count out? 20. How many dimes? 10. And then the last one we're going to review is, let me hold it up first, a quarter. And whose picture's on there? That's Washington with the eagle on the back. So a quarter, you know what, you could write these in your journal. I probably should have had you do that. So what's a quarter of anything? A fourth, right, which is also 25 hundredths, or, okay, so basically if I had a dollar and I cut it into 4 pieces, I would have quarter, a quarter, a quarter, a quarter.
What?
4 quarters make a dollar. All right, and then paper money's a little bit easier because it has the number on it. So you've got $1, and then you've got $5 with Abraham Lincoln on it, and then you've got $10, which is Hamilton, and I believe he was the, oh, that's terrible, I should know this, treasurer? I'll have to look that up. And then Andrew Jackson is on the $20 bill. All right, so let's practice counting money. All right, well first, let me ask you this. These dollar bills are these fractions or whole numbers?
Whole numbers.
Whole numbers. So all of these dollar bills would be written on what side of the decimal?
First side.
The left side. Good. Open your math book to page 19. And we're going to count money. So first we count, we always count largest to smallest. So what's larger, a whole number or a fraction? A whole number. So we're going to count the dollar bills, and then we'll count the coins. And we always start with the biggest coin. So let's count it together, starting with the greatest value dollar. Ready? Everyone looking on your page. Let's count together. 10, 15, 16. So do you see how I added as we went along? 10 and 5 is 15, and 15 and 1 is 16. All right, so that's gonna be our dollars. $16 goes on the left side of our decimal point. And then let's count our change. Ready? So we're starting with, my book is teeny tiny. All right, so we've got quarters. Ready? 25, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72. See how we counted from largest to smallest? So we had quarters, and then we went to the dimes, and then the pennies. All right, number 2. Let's count together. 20, 21, 22. Easy, that has no change. So $22.00. This marker's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Number 3, ready? Let's count together. $5. And then let's count our change. 25, 35, 45, 50, 55, 56.
$5.56.
Raise your hand, please, if you have a question. So don't start with the pennies and then add your way to the quarters.
What?
Always start with your quarters and add down to the pennies. Number 4, ready? We have no dollars. So it's 25, 50. Does everyone see that? 2 quarters. Oh no, 3 quarters. 75, and then 80, because we're counting the nickel. The money is not on my head.
80.
Don't look at my head. Look at your book.
83.
No, look at your book. Let's start over. 25, 50, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83.
83.
So we've got $0 and 83 cents. Or we could say 83 hundredths of a dollar. Jensen?
Can we do something where we don't put the dollar sign
No.
down?
We're gonna do
instead
dollar
of
signs
cents
to
sign?
get a, no, that's more for like younger preschool. We're big, we're gonna use dollar signs, decimal points. All right, number 5, ready? 5, 10, 11. So $11. And then count the change. Oh, this is so hard for me to see. 25, 35. Oh wait, is that? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my nickel was a quarter. Start over. We're gonna start with the dimes. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. So 37 cents. Okay, a volunteer to do number 6, to count out loud and add it out loud. Mason?
$10, 25, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
Good. 60 cents. Okay. Now, the next thing on our paper, we have a chart. And it says, write the amount using the fewest coins. So is it smarter for you to take 100 pennies to the store, or would it be smarter for you to take 4 quarters?
4 quarters.
Yeah, because honestly, coins are heavy. If you have enough coins in a bucket, if you have a bucket full of coins, you won't be able to carry it. It'll be too heavy. So it's always best to use the least amount of coins. So for number 1, how can we how can we have 57 cents with the least amount of coins? Now, obviously, we could do 57 pennies, but that's not the least amount. What would we do to get 57 cents? Autumn?
2 quarters and 7 pennies.
Okay, well, I agree with 2 quarters, but there's an even better way to get 7 cents. Did you figure it out? Instead of 7 pennies, what will we use? Jed, you know?
You use 2 quarters, 1 nickel, and 2 pennies.
Right, yeah. And replace the 5 pennies with a nickel. So, does everybody understand what we're doing? So you've got your chart. What you're gonna do is write the number under the correct column. So you've got your quarters. I'm just gonna abbreviate. Quarter, dime, nickel, penny. All right, so for 57 cents, you would use 2 quarters, 1 nickel, 2 pennies. Okay? What about for 16 cents? What would be the best way to have 16 cents? Jensen?
1 dime, 1 nickel, 1 penny.
Very good. One of each, because we have 10, 15, 16. Okay. Number 3 is 39 cents. All right, Logan?
2 quarters.
No, 2 quarters is 50, so that's too much. We could
3
do-
dimes.
No, but we can still use a quarter. 25.
Then 1 nickel.
Can we use any dimes?
Yeah.
How many?
2.
No. A dime is 10 cents, so we would count 10. So quarter is 25, 35. If we did another dime, it'd be 45, so that's too many. So we can only use 1 dime. So we're up to 25, 35,
A
Then
nickel.
but then we'd be at
2
40.
nickels.
No, if we had 2 nickels, we'd be at 40 cents. So you're close, but you're 1 penny over. So what do we need to do?
A dime.
No.
Penny.
How many?
25,
35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
So 3, 4, 4.
4. Yeah, because if we did a nickel, it'd be a penny too many. That rhymed. Penny too many.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then number 4 is 65 cents. So, Jacob, what would you do for that one?
2 quarters
Mm-hmm.
and a dime
Yeah.
and a
Great. Good. So you have 2 quarters, which is 50. So 50, 60, 65. All right. Now, on the back, you're going to be, let's see. I'll tell you what. Let's do the back together. Okay, it's a little bit different. So turn to page 20. And it says, now they switch it. They give us the chart, and we have to write the amount. So we have two, is that a $5 bill? I can't even see. My book is, these are so teeny tiny. Okay, so if we have two $5 bills, 3 ones, 3 quarters, and 4 pennies. So let's count that amount. Ready? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's $13. And then let's count the coins. 25, 50, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. So $13.79. All right, do number 2 and then we'll check and see if you got the right answer. Do number 2 on the chart. You add up how much would 3 $5 bills, $1 bill, 1 quarter, 3 dimes, and 1 nickel be? Raise your hand when you think you have the answer. Come on, sit up. Show me a good effort. You write it under total. It's all the way on the right-hand side, it says total. Alright, so for number 2, on the count of 3, what did you have? 1, 2, 3.
$12.60.
You got the 60 cents part right. I did
$16.60.
16, right. I thought you said 12. Alright, so number 2 is 12. I said 12. $16.60. Because, let's add it together. You had 5, 10, 15, 16. So that was your dollars. And for coins, you had 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. That's it. Number 3. Let's add our dollar bills. Ready? 5, 6, 7. Because you have a $5 bill and 2 ones. Do you have a question, Mason?
Yeah, what was number 1?
I have it on the board, honey. $13.79. Okay, so for number 3, we already said $7. And then let's count the change. So we've got 2 quarters. Ready? 25, 50, 60, 65, 66.
66. $7.66.
Thank you. All right, and then number 4. Ready? So, I'm sorry. So we need everything. We only have 6 $1 bills. So how much money is that in dollars? $6. Easy peasy. Now let's add our coins. Ready? 25, 35, 45, 50. So $6.50. Now let's see. I'm gonna put you in groups. So for number 5, I want the girls to count the amount out. Starting with the largest coin. So go ahead. 25,
60.
Oh my. Okay, so and you know what? You know what you might have to do? Alright, so let's say there's a quarter here, 2 dimes, a penny, Here's a nickel. Here's a nickel. Here's a penny. Here's a nickel. Okay. If it helps, you can cross it out as you count it so that you don't count it twice. So you start with your quarter, that's the biggest. So you could say 25, 35, 45, 50, 55, 60, 61, 62. So the answer for number 5 is 62 cents. Oops. So as long as you know the value of each coin, all it is counting. Okay? Number 6. Let's have the boys number, if you're number 1 to 10 and you're a boy, count for, do number 6.
1, 25, 35, 38.
You missed the nickel. Start over. 25,
35,
40,
41, 42, 43.
correct. 43 cents. All right, now all the other boys, numbers 11 to 20. Ready? Go for number 7.
10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51.
Very good. All right, and then the last group. Let's see here. If you made your bed this morning, there's a good one. Ready? If you made your bed, we're counting number 8. Okay? I didn't make my bed, so I can't do it.
Me either.
Did anyone make their bed?
I made my bed.
I usually make, well,
never make them.
I
I
usually
just don't
make
know
my
when to
bed, but I
start.
haven't been lately because
I
it's
just
just been.
jump on it.
When do we start?
Go ahead.
25, 50, 60, 70, 75.
Very good. 75 cents.
Who doesn't make their bed in the morning?
Well, I actually like to have my bed made. They say if your bed is made, and even if the rest of your room is messy, at least your room looks half neat because your bed's made. Okay. All right, number 9. What is the decimal for number 9? We have 100. We have 100 squares. And raise your hand if you can tell me how many are colored in. Logan?
20. Sorry.
26.
You're close.
27.
Yes. So how would we write that as a decimal?
0, 0, decimal, 27.
Good. 27 hundredths. 27 hundredths, because it's 27 parts of the 100. All right, number 10. Micah, what would be the answer for number 10?
0.6.
Okay, you could say 7. We could say 70 hundredths,
Or 70.
or it's the same as 7 tenths. Same thing. And then number 11. Ooh, big one. Jana?
2, decimal point, 43.
Very good. 2 and 43. What is it? 43 hundredths. Good. page. 6, we're gonna write the number in standard form. So 6 and 1700ths. How would we write that? Marissa?
6.17.
Very good. 6.17. And then number 13, how would we write 7/10? Jana?
0.07.
Oh, that's 700ths. You wouldn't say 0.07, it's just
0.7.
0.7, right? This is our tenths place. And then if we keep going, we have our hundredths place. Okay.